It's a brand new day and we're here to say we're gonna sing all out tonight. Some old, some new, some how do you do. We'll even try a tag. That's right. For a holiday we'll come your way. Let all your cares just fade. There's a new and exciting joy for you if you smile when you hear your song. It's a brand new day and we're here to say we're gonna sing all out tonight. So let's get going right away, and we'll sing all we know tonight. And we'll sing all we know tonight. We'll sing all we know tonight. All night. Thank you. I'm supposed to talk between these next two songs here, this song anyway, after I'm out of breath on that one. But we just want to take a few minutes of your time to introduce ourselves. We are known as the Tulsa Tones from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're a member of the Barbershop chorus there in Tulsa. I am one of the founding members of this particular quartet, and I think 14 years is how long I've been doing it. And then we've had Tom is our next oldest one. He's a retired physician. And then we have, what's your name? Wayne Pope. He just recently joined us. And Marshall sings our tenor, our high
2 years
parts.
is recent?
Yeah, that's recent. But he joins us and helps fill out the quartet. Now, like I said, we've been doing this for a number of years. The chorus that we represent is the #1 chorus in all of Barbershop Harmony Society. Didn't used to be called those words. It was the Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America, which is a mouthful, so they shortened it to BHS, Barbershop Harmony Society. It was founded in Tulsa, Oklahoma back in 1938, and that chorus, we're still the #1 chorus, and we are the oldest chorus in the society. So with that being said, we're going to get started here. We normally do some sing-outs in February for Valentine's Day. So we altered this set just a little bit, and you'll recognize some of these old songs here, but we'll present our singing melodies to you all. We're here to bring you a singing melody. It's what we love to do. We're here because someone had you in mind to sing a love song to. So listen now as we present our song with love in every line, from someone who thinks the world and all of you. Here's a singing melody just for you. Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Light of my life, my darling, I love you. I love you. I can forget you never. From you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine forever. I love you, only you. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. light glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me call you my sweetheart. I'm in love with you.
I'm so in love with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our next song is one that was arranged just for us. One night I was kind of cruising through YouTube, and I ran across this song, and you'll recognize it. And it's by a Canadian singer by the name of Anne Murray. And I thought, well, I went to our chorus practice, and that was just the next night, and I asked our director, Doug Crowell, who happens to be Marshall's dad, and he directs our chorus. And I said, have you ever looked at this song to arrange it for Barbershop? And he said, I've been working on that all week. Couldn't believe it. He said, do you want it for the Tulsa Tones? And I said, yeah. So this is an original song just for us called Could I Have This Dance? I can't remember that.
F.
Okay.
I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew, as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life, I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me, as we moved together. I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Anne Murray.
Before Doug introduces our next song, thank you for clapping. We're really glad when you clap. It makes us sing a little bit better, and it makes that bass really go out. So isn't he a good bass? Just give him another round of applause there. But you know, when I was researching some things to say for this show, do you all ever like to laugh?
Heavens no.
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
So I'm going to practice on y'all tonight, okay? But before I do that, I got this from the American Heart Association, so I'm not just making this up. It says laughter for 15 minutes burns 10 calories.
I guess nobody's losing weight tonight.
Reduces stress and anxiety. Stimulates oxygen intake.
You need some.
And helps you relax. So is everybody relaxed? All right. And you can laugh if I tell a joke. So here's my first one of the night. What did one hat say to the other? You go ahead, I'll stay here. Why don't you go ahead and
laugh about?
Okay, let's try one more then. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? All he needed was a little space. Okay, introduce
He
our
did
next
not
song.
clear
Maybe
these
we
with
need to
us
sing.
before.
Go ahead.
What's our next one? Oh. Well, this song comes from a movie, for you movie buffs out there, from several years ago, starred Tom Hanks and what was her name? Meg Ryan. Anybody want to take a guess what the movie might be? Sleepless in Seattle.
There you
Very
go.
good. A lot of people say, "Oh, you got mail." No, but it is Sleepless in Seattle, and we're going to do. It's called A Wink and a Smile. Laughter and love songs, a table for two, dancing and dreaming. Just me and you, I remember the days of just keeping time, of hanging around in sleepy towns forever. Those sleepy old back roads, empty for miles, empty for miles. Well, you can't have a dream and cut it to fit. But when I saw you, I knew we'd go together. We'd go together like a wink and a smile, a wink and a smile. Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip, double dip, tip toppy to see Cadillac, so you can rev her up and don't go too slow. It's only green lights and all rights, let's go
Together.
Here we go with a wink and a smile, a wink and a smile. Now my heart hears music, such a simple, simple song. Sing it again, the notes never end. This is where I belong. Just the sound of your voice, the light in your eyes. We're so far away from yesterday. Together, you and me, together with a wink and a smile, a wink and a smile. We go together like a wink and a smile. We go together like a wink and a smile. Yeah. Thank you.
How many of you remember the ink spots? Yeah. See your hands. You don't look old enough to remember the wink spots. You do?
Maybe they'd like to come up and sing it.
You want to come up and sing the song with us? Anybody like to drink coffee? Nobody?
Yep, we got some.
How about tea?
Yep, there you go.
Well, how about a little Java Jive then?
Let's do it.
Do 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 do. I love coffee. I love tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, boy. I love Java, sweet and hot. Mrs. Olson, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me the pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. Slip me a slug from that wonderful mug, and I'll cut a rug till I'm snug in a jug. A slice of onion and a raw one. Draw one.
Waiter, waiter, percolator.
I love coffee, I love tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup of
Boston beans, soybeans. I said a little bitty green bean, cabbage and green. You know that I'm not keen about a silly old bean unless it is a coffee bean.
I love Java, sweet and hot.
He likes it hot.
Mrs. Olson, I'm a coffee pot.
Shoot me the pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup of Java.
Slip me a slug from that wonderful mug, and I'll cut a rug till I'm stuck in a jug. Drop your nickel in the pot, Joe.
Taking it slow, waiter, waiter, percolator. I love coffee, I love tea, I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, boy.
You were right. You did know that song. You could have come up here and sung that one with us.
Yes, she could.
I saw a lot of smiles on that song, so thank you very much. We try to vary our show up a little bit. So we're going to do a couple spiritual songs, if you don't mind. But I had a biblical question for you. If I can find the one here, I wanted to ask you. Who is the shortest guy in the Bible?
Take a stab at it.
Who is it, Wayne?
It is Nehemiah. I told you they would like that.
You finally got one. Good.
Here's a couple spiritual songs for you called I'm Feeling Fine. And you're welcome to clap along with us on that one, and our what we call the spiritual medley.
Well, I woke up this morning feeling fine. I woke up with heaven on my mind. I woke up with joy in my soul, 'cause I knew my Lord had control. Well, I knew I was walking in the light, 'cause I'd been on my knees in the night. And I prayed till the Lord gave a sign, and now I'm feeling mighty fine. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine.
Yes, I'm feeling fine.
I've got heaven on my mind. Don't you know I want to go where the milk and honey flows. There's a light that always shines down inside this heart of mine. I've got heaven on my mind, and I'm feeling mighty fine.
Yes, I'm feeling fine. I've been walking with Jesus all the time.
We're walking and talking as we climb. We're traveling a road to the sky, where I know I'll live when I die. He's been telling me all about that land, and he tells me that everything is grand. And he says that a home will be mine, and now I'm feeling mighty fine. Well, I'm feeling mighty fine. I've got heaven on my mind. Don't you know I want to go where the milk and honey flows. There's a light that always shines down
in this heart of mine,
this heart of
in this heart of mine.
I've got heaven
on my mind,
heaven on my
heaven on my
mind, and I'm feeling mighty fine. I'm feeling fine.
Yes, I'm feeling fine.
I'm gonna tell you about the coming of the judgment. Fare thee well, fare thee well. I'm gonna tell you about the coming of the judgment. Fare thee well, fare thee well. There's a better day a comin'. Fare thee well, fare thee well. There's a better day a comin'. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well. Fare thee well,
When you see the lightning flashing,
fare thee well, fare thee well.
when you hear the thunder crashing,
Fare thee well, fare thee well.
when you see the stars a falling,
Fare thee well, fare thee well.
when you hear the chariots calling,
Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. When you see the lightning flashing, when you hear the thunder crashing, when you see the stars a falling, when you hear the chariots coming.
good news,
Good news,
chariots coming, good news,
Good news, chariots coming.
so glad,
So glad chariots coming, and I don't want to be left out.
There's a long white robe in the heaven I know.
Long white robe in the heaven I know. Long white robe in the heaven I know. Good news, chariots coming.
good news,
Good news, chariots coming.
so glad,
So glad chariots coming, and I don't want to be left out.
in that
Great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that
Great getting up morning.
fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well. In that great getting up morning. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well.
This next song is our last through our religious set, but it's a song that meant a lot to me. And I had a music minister at a church that I went to that he liked this song so well. He says, I'm going to arrange this particular one for you. And I know once you hear us sing it, hopefully, you will recognize the tune. When Ronald Reagan's funeral, and they was marching with the casket on the wagon wheels and whatnot down the boulevard and whatnot, they played this song with instruments. No one was singing. But there was also a movie called We Were Soldiers. Talked about the first big conflict of battle that we had in Vietnam way back in 1964. And when the producer made this particular movie, he needed a song to fill up the credits at the end of the movie, whatnot. So he helped arrange this particular song, and it plays, if you ever get to watch the movie again, We Were Soldiers, it would play through the credits, and the name of it is called Mansions of the Lord. So we'd like to present our version of, it's the Army hymn.
Army hymn.
fallen soldiers let us sing, where no rockets fly nor bullets wing. Our broken brothers let us bring to the mansions of the Lord. No more bleeding, no more fight, no prayers pleading through the night.
Just
Divine embrace, eternal light, the mansions of the Lord. Where no mothers cry and no children weep, we will stand and guard o'er the angels sleep. All through the ages safely keep the mansions of the Lord, the mansions of the Lord, in the mansions of the Lord.
Thank you. Thank you. How many of you are fairly familiar with Barbershop?
Oh, good.
Okay, good. We wanted to obviously throw in some older barbershop, call them polecats, and but yet, depending on your age, you may have sung some of those songs in the past. Like I said, the barber shopping as we know it began in the city of Tulsa. That's a true story. Doug didn't make that. He makes up a lot of things, but that wasn't one of them. In 1938. Anybody around in 1938? Marshall, put your hands down. Okay. And you know, a lot of stuff was going on in that era, and singing had kind of fallen out of sorts, and there was a man there in Tulsa, Mr. Cash, and he had invited 20 or 25 men to a hotel there in Tulsa, and they just wanted to sing, began singing, and they got off on the rooftop there at the hotel. What I think I can remember. You remember the name of it? Was it
Alvin Plaza
Alvin
Hotel.
Plaza Hotel? Still around. The site where it was, the hotel's been torn down, but the site there in Tulsa is still there, and a lot of history surrounding that. And we want to do a couple of old-time barbershop music for you. You know, everything is changing, isn't it? Everything is changing, and one of the reasons we love this is it is a hobby for us. We try to get together as often as we can. The pandemic has slowed everybody down, but it's really great to be able to get out and sing again, and we appreciate y'all coming out and supporting us tonight, because we just love to sing, and hope you're enjoying some of the music we're doing tonight, in spite of my bad jokes. But you did so good on the last one. Yeah, look, see, they're already laughing.
Yeah.
I think they're laughing at me instead of with me, though.
Bingo. Oh, gotcha.
Doug, you ought to know this when you like to work in wood. I was going to tell a carpenter joke, but I couldn't find anything that would work. Not so good?
Not so good.
Okay.
Can we sing now?
One more.
Okay.
When I found out my toaster wasn't waterproof, I was shocked. That's a little better. Okay, we better sing.
Okay.
Wait a minute, what are we singing? sing. Oh, yeah.
My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose, Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. And someday for my sake she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. My rose, the bloom from my wild Irish rose. Wild Irish rose.
I know there's an F on here somewhere. There it is.
Last night alone on our way home, you turned and said to me, I love you so, and I want to know, what do you think about me, about me? Sweet and lovely, that's what you are to me. Sugar and spice and everything nice. You're all a girl should be, should be. Soon we'll marry, you'll be my blushing bride. I will smile all the while you're by my side. I will smile all the while you're by my side. By my side.
You know, there's only two of us up here. There's four of us, but there's only two of us on the ends, that have any rhythm. Have you noticed that? They really, that's when they laugh the loudest, when they agree.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, I would agree with you too, Wayne.
I mean, you
It's-
got no rhythm.
Sure we do.
You
I
don't
got
have any rhythm.
We even worked
I
on
got
a song.
rhythm.
We worked on a great song that shows we have rhythm.
Well, wait. I agree that he and I, we're going to do this song right now.
I don't know with those two. He's already sitting down. That proves he ain't got no rhythm.
But we rehearsed this last week, and it wasn't, you know.
It's a little choppy.
You serious? Want to try this?
You want us to try it? I got rhythm.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Let's
Okay.
give it a shot.
Here's nothing. Start your engines.
I'm feeling so excited and oh so delighted. There's a great big smile on my face. Here's the reason why. Here's why.
Ba-dum-bum.
I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures. pastures. I got my gal, who could ask for anything more? Old man trouble, no, I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams. I got my gal, who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more?
That wasn't
Yeah,
too bad.
Yeah, two of us did great.
Well, they got a little bit. Let's try it again, see if we can do it.
Well, I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal, who could ask for anything more.
Oh, there it was. That didn't sound so great. Let's try again.
Try again.
Well,
Well, I got daisies in green pastures. I got my gal, who could ask for anything.
Tom, that's your fault.
Old man trouble, I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams. Well, I got my gal, who could ask for anything more. Well, who could ask for anything more?
We got it in.
I'm feeling so excited, 'cause I've got rhythm. Ta-da!
All right.
You can clap now. It's over.
Just what I thought.
How long do you think I've been married? No, from you. Who said that? That is pretty close. 49 going on 50. And my wife's not here, so I can, sometimes, have you ever noticed, guys, that when you get past 30, 35 years, things change? You don't, I know somebody, you're not going to say anything because your wife's sitting
Maybe
right
you
next to
guys over there, but I look pretty good. I don't know what you're saying.
I
I know I can't button my jacket very well, but I still have everything.
Yeah, I noticed I was the only one up here with a button jacket. But anyway, where was I? You're making me lose my train of thought. After 50 years of marriage, the short term goes first. You remember the long stuff. But I remember when my wife and I first got married, and things have changed. Her looks have changed. She wears her dresses longer. She aches. I mean, all these little things. But I still love her, obviously. But so we've got a song that means a lot to me, because when I think of this song, I know how great a wife I've got. So you really need, this is a sincere song about marriage, so you really need to take heart. Pay attention. Look at him smiling over there. I see you smiling there. Okay.
I got married last Friday, my new bride beside me, a picture of joy, a girl and a boy, side by side. We were glad we were wed when we got ready for bed. Then her teeth and her hair she placed on the chair, side by side. One cork leg to follow, one glass eye so small. She unscrewed her left arm and hung it on the chair by the wall. I stood there broken-hearted. Most of my wife had departed, so I slept on the chair. There was more of her there, side by
Gotcha.
Our next,
I think I've got a prize.
What is it now, Wayne?
I think I've got a prize joke. Y'all have done pretty good with most of them, and they didn't go over your head, right? You understood them. See, guys, he had one, and he would. You want to tell that one?
I suppose. Well, so here's the thing. I had this dream last night, okay? And I dreamed that I had died and gone to heaven. Thank goodness, but that's where I went. And so I get up there, and St. Peter, he greets me at the pearly gates, and he's like, Marshall, great to have you. And I was like, yeah, I'm so glad to be here. And so he and I sit down, and we start talking and just reminiscing about, my life and, just talking about things. And then all of a sudden, I see Tom over here walk through the pearly gates with a female on his arm, and in a scale of 1 to 10, she was about a 6 or 7, and I was like, okay, that's a little awkward. I didn't remember reading that in the Bible, that, you would get women when you walked into the pearly gates, but so I asked St. Peter, I was like, so what's the deal here? Why is it that Tom is walking in with this girl on his arm? And he said, well, here's the thing. You notice that she's not all that attractive. She's okay, but here's the thing. Tom has some sins in his life that he really couldn't be forgiven for, so the deal we made was if he wanted to get into heaven, he was going to have this girl by his side for all of eternity. So I was like, okay, I guess I can get behind that. So Tom joins us, and we start talking a little bit more, and then Doug comes in, and he's got about like a 2 or a 3. And so I'm just like, oh, goodness, what did he do that deserved to have this woman on his arm? And so I was like, what is going on? And St. Peter was like, well, same kind of deal, except Doug did a few worse things. We won't mention them, but, this is how we was able to get into heaven. So I was like, okay. So then, all of a sudden, Wayne walks in, and he has none other than Marilyn Monroe on his arm. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how is this possible? This is great. That's so good for Wayne. And St. Peter said, well, here's the thing. In order to get into heaven, Marilyn Monroe, for all eternity, had to have Wayne on her arm. Okay.
I got that one.
I think I scored a little better in my joke than all yours, Wayne, so I just want to point that out.
Well, you did hear about the rumor about the butter, didn't you?
What's
Well,
that?
I'm not going to spread it around. All right, see if you get this one, smarty pants. What do you call someone with no body and no nose?
What's that?
Nobody knows.
This is the first time I'm hearing of
I'll
these.
give you a copy of these afterwards. I know y'all want them. All right. How do celebrities stay cool?
How?
They have fans.
I think we better sing.
Yeah, let's get back
We're
to
going to sing this song. We did this in a contest years ago. Not these guys. I was in the contest, but it's based on some songs that you probably grew up with as a child. And when we get to those parts, it's a medley. You can feel free to join in with us and sing, but don't sing too loud because you might mess us up. That's all I ask, okay? So you'll recognize these songs here as we start this. On a wonderful day like today, I defy any cloud to appear in the sky. Dare any raindrop to drop in my eye. On a wonderful day like today, on a wonderful morning like this, when the sun is as big as a yellow balloon, even the sparrows are singing in tune. On a wonderful morning like this, oh, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual, everything is satisfactual. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a very good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills.
It's a good,
Absolutely super special zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a, on a wonderful, 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 wonderful day like today.
Well, we thank you so much for having us out here. I believe we have one more to sing for you. A part of our tradition down in Tulsa Founders Chorus back in Tulsa is to end all of our rehearsals with this last song. And we thank you so much for having us. Thanks to Nathan in the back, who's been our sound guy. Thank you so much, Nathan, and everybody else who's had us here. It is such a relief to actually be doing travel again for shows. It is, this is the first show we've actually gotten to travel long distance for in about a year and a half. So we're very much appreciative that you guys could be our first. So thank you so much for having us. So we'll leave you with this last song. This is An Irish Blessing. Thank you so much.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may He hold you in His hand. May God hold you in the palm of His, hold you in the palm of His hand.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.